Those who have ears to hear, let them listen. Bitterness and depression. I feel like those are the most common feelings that are going around right now for people my age. I think that's a result of people having idle deaths. What do I mean by that? I mean, in school, we get pushed. You gotta pursue some sort of goal, and then we're going for it, and then we get some sort of thing that is fulfillment to us. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's grades, what have you. Those things die because they're temporal. Everything, like the white bunny with the time clock or the trumpet sound, we know things don't last forever. We know things are gonna let us down eventually. So we've had these deaths, and then we just don't know how to cope with it. So then we try to recreate it. We try to go for more things that are ultimately just more trumpet sounds. And we think that that's going to heal us or that's going to distract us. Yes, it's going to distract you, and then it's going to make you end up with more hurt at the end of the day. So it's kind of pointless. It's actually counteractive to the healing that you're trying to do. That clubbing that you're doing, that sleeping around that you're doing, that smoking that you're doing, all these worldly things, anything that you're doing to distract yourself. When I'm playing video games and watching a show, like instead of reading my Bible, I'm distracting myself, and that is a sin because I'm not truly healing. I'm not pursuing what is right. And you might say, oh, well, you got to have fun every so now and then again. But the best thing that is fun is God and spending time with Him. I can't stress that enough. So how do we fight this bitterness? How do we fight this depression? How do we get rid of this awful feeling that is making us slowly die inside? It sounds very simple, but I know it's very difficult. It's just having hope. And in situations in life right now, it feels like there is nothing to hope for. It feels like there is no hope. And the hope that you're doing is just being delusional. And I get that. I really do. Because when you're putting your hope in yourself, when you're putting your hope in some other thing, it is pointless. It is delusional. There's only one thing you can hope in, because there's only one thing that is eternal and doesn't change, and that's God. So when you pair hope with belief in something that actually can sustain, because I can attest to it, there are so many other people that can attest to how good God is and how real He is. I'm not trying to make this argument right now because I'm trying to keep this video short. When you believe and you have hope in something that is real and true and good and eternal, it can sustain your hope. And I know that that's very difficult, especially to hear from people who are Christian that are watching this. And like, you feel like, oh, I'm so depressed right now. Being told have hope doesn't really help. That's like a depressed person being told just stop being depressed, right? A Christian being told to have hope is a little counteractive. But I want to read something for you. It's Psalm 77, because David experienced depression too. This is the reflecting of all these hardships that was going around in his life at the moment. It's just like us, just like these crazy things. World War III, Epstein files. It's too much to handle. The thing is, this excess of information in social media is more than we can handle, because chances are we're not going to react in real life to almost any of the stuff that we're seeing here. So we're putting ourselves into a state of unnecessary delusion, unnecessary delusional depression, unnecessarily delusional worry. It doesn't affect us almost 9 times out of 10. But what it does is it amplifies the feeling of depression. It amplifies the feeling of worry that you're already having. For me, for example, I'm out of a relationship. I'm still heartbroken about the end of my relationship that I was in. And then when I go on TikTok and I scroll and I see what's going on in Houston, I see how many people are cheating. I see people just saying men are giving up. There's no reason to even try. Men should just give up in relationship because these women aren't worth it. What do you think that does to me, right? That automatically puts me in a state where it's like, oh, well, I blew my one chance that I had. It puts me into unnecessary delusion, because obviously not every single woman in the world is those women, is a woman that they're talking about. They're talking about 30%, you know what I mean? There's so many fish in the sea, and that's a good thing, because not all of them are those bad piranha crazy fish. It's okay. Everything is gonna be okay. When you have hope and when you believe, it will be okay. You can know that it's gonna be okay when you have hope and when you have faith, okay? Listen to this. Psalm 77. I cried out to God for help. When I was in distress, I sought the Lord. At night, I stretched out my untiring hands, and I would not be comforted. Right? We all just want comfort at the end of the day. We want to just be told it's going to be okay. We want to be comfortable in our existence and the respect that we're given and the love that we have, all that stuff. We just want to be comfortable. Then I thought, to this I will appeal, the years when the Most High stretched out his right hand, and I'll remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I'll remember your miracles of long ago. That's the answer. You don't stop being so fixated on the future. Stop being so fixated on the past, on your mistakes. That's what the devil wants you to be thinking about, because it gets you into depression. And TikTok, all these social media, everything, it's just getting you fixated on your mistakes because it's relatable. Oh, that's true. Haha. Oh man, like this because it's relatable to how sad I am in my situation. That's not helpful. Think about good stuff. And what's the good stuff you need to think about that's actually going to be beneficial for you? It's what God's already done for your life. Think about how far you've come in certain situations. If you haven't come very far yet, think about, look how thick the Old Testament is. Dang, this is how thick the Old Testament is compared to the New Testament. Read these stories. I promise you, they give you hope. Think about Joseph. Think about David. Think about Daniel. Think about Abraham, Moses. To name 5 or however many I just named. There is so much good. There's so much hope. And guess what? That God is the same God as now. The only difference now, why he seems tamer and sweeter compared to the Old Testament, is because we have Jesus to take away our sins. That's really the only reason. And yeah, because they were going crazy. But guess what? We still are going crazy. Look at the Epstein files. It's going to be okay. That's what I'm trying to say. Focus on God, because he is what will make it okay. Not because it's going to be some magic genie, but because he gives you peace and joy under all circumstances when you're loving him with your whole heart, mind, and soul. And I feel like most Christians only love him with one of those at a time. But when you love him with all of those at a time, that's the answer to your problems. It fixes everything.